This is a packable backpack. This is that same packable backpack, but right now it is full of 2 days worth of clothes for a weekend trip. Actually, in reality, this is just a big blanket. I did use this for a 2-day weekend trip, and I'll show you how I packed it out for that. But for the purposes of this conversation right now, it's just a big blanket. This is the FreeRain waterproof backpack by Matador. So it's a packable backpack, reportedly to be waterproof. And in this video, I'm going to unbox it for you, show you some of its features, show you how I pack it out, show you in a real vlog, in a real case scenario where I was in rain and actually having to pack out and experience using it for multiple hours, what the experience of that was like. And then in the end, I will tell you my final thoughts and my experience using the bag. I am not a hiker, I am not an adventurer, so if you are looking for someone who uses this bag for those purposes, please find someone else. If you are looking for somebody who uses this bag on a vacation, a weekend trip, a day-to-day as a daily carry, this might be a good video for you so you can learn how it's used in a practical sense. When I bought this bag, the intent was I wanted a easily packable bag, but I wanted something a bit more robust, something that I could trust with my stuff, something that if I were in Puerto Rico and a rainstorm came down, or if I was hanging out with my buddies, I didn't have to worry about my materials or the things inside of this bag getting damaged. But in that same vein, I hope to kind of sometimes stretch the limits of the bag and see what could be done. Is it only exclusively a daily carry, or can it be something more? It is not intended for submersion, although we're going to play around with that a little bit. I got one of these Scots, courtesy of BJ's. I'm gonna put the Scots inside of this bag. We're gonna just try running it through the water. And basically, if this thing is not wet, it's a success. If it is wet, something for you to note. That is with the zipper, that's it, just zipper. So like, if, I'm gonna imagine if we seal it up like this, let's just seal it up like this actually. I just wet my bathroom floor for science. But the toilet paper is dry. You have a water bottle pocket here and a water bottle pocket here, both of which fit my 32-ounce water bottle. I actually don't mind the snugness in that situation because I don't have a fear of this coming out. You can use this, for example, so there is a little secure piece here that if I wanted to, I could use it to secure my tripod. There are a lot of straps on this bag. And as much as I've now used this thing for, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to all of the straps and the bells and the whistles and all of these little things, which are quality of life features and are wonderful and you like having them. But it does feel like there are almost sometimes too many, an overwhelming amount of little loops and stuff. And it's not like there's too many places to secure them. How many clasps there are. So there's one clasp right here. This will make sure that your roll top will stay in place. Here for that same roll top, so you can secure your tripod. I have another one on the exact same other side. You have this. You have a load lifter at the top. This right here, which you could slide something through. A hip strap. You can actually remove this if you choose to. So right here, it's just kind of tied on, kind of, I wouldn't say haphazardly, but for me haphazardly, I don't think I would ever take this off, but I also think if I took it off, I would never put that back on. So you could see that there. And every single strap and piece is shrink wrapped like that. Front access pocket has been perfect. Fantastic. Kind of an admin pocket, so I put my glasses in here, phone, wallet, keys, all that stuff that I want quick access to. If you want to access anything from the top of this bag, you open it up and zip like that, right? So in theory, I can and you could carry your bag like this, right? Kind of ears flopping around. I don't know if you would want to do that. For the most part, I have actually found it to be the quickest to take this, roll 1, roll 2. Now we have some air in here. That's that water resistance. You see that? This thing is not going down. And I usually actually cinch it up right here because I found this to be the easiest. That is usually the easiest way for me. However, if you choose to, you can cinch it like this and it gives it a bit more of a sleek look. But right now I'm trying to find that, and I'm trying to find the other one now, and it's down here. And this is kind of a pain in the ass. And this is what it looks like when it's not packed out. It's just big, floppy thing. But you have this huge maw, right? And you could fit anything in here, but you are not getting anything out of there very easily. You better be using like very colorful packing cubes if you want to easily find anything in there. So basically, once you put stuff in this bag, unless it's like very small stuff, I put like some sandals in here, I put my towel in there, I kept it kind of clean and kind of easy to get to. Unless you do that, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get anything out of this big bag. As we keep going, I want to take some of my first impression videos, so vlog footage in the field of actually using the bag. I wanted to use this bag for a 2-day trip where I was getting ready for a St. Patrick's Day parade. I knew I was going to have to carry the bag around. I knew it was going to be outside. I knew it was going to rain, so this seemed like the perfect chance to bring it around. And it also seemed perfectly light to carry most of my stuff. Today is our yearly tradition where we wear kilts. Show your kilt, my friend. We wear kilts, and we hang out with the locals. We've been doing this now for probably a decade fully, and I used to not wear the kilts, and only Roland would wear the kilt, but now I do. And I used to not wear the paint, but now, now I do. So it's nice. It's a nice little tradition that we do. All right, we are ready to go. It is time for parading. Okay, I have to cut so much out. People used to smoke up in here. By used to, I mean they may be smoking up in there soon.
I think I looked at her more harshly about her busting us.
Welcome to the West Orange St. Patrick's Day Parade, related to the Matador bag. I am using it as like a weekend bag, and it is pretty good. It is going to rain today for sure. So that waterproofing is going to be good to keep my stuff clean. So 2 for 1 today. There are many parades you could attend for St. Patrick's Day, but this one is special. Also, I wore the bag for almost 2 hours. No pain, no issues.
What is the Joker attacking?
These people just have Jeeps. That's why they're in the parade. They just have Jeeps. Bag feels good though. Not bad. Not getting in the way of anything.
If I had to just go through some of the pros, I love this packable design. It does fit into my bags. It fits into most bags, and it's easy for me to just pack it and put it away. The other thing I love about it, I love how much I could fit in here. It's 22 liters, but I just couldn't even imagine taking it on a weekend trip and feeling so comfortable and excited to use it the way I did, and not feeling like I was lacking anything. I also appreciate, at the very least, the waterproofness or the water resistance. I didn't feel any concerns. This quality, whether it's ripstop or not, I have no fear that water is going to get into the bag or mess up the contents of the bag. The straps are very comfortable, and because this thing kind of packs out and gets real puffy, it's pretty comfortable to carry around even for a long time, as you saw in the video. Some of my complaints: the quick access, we only have one right here, and I don't mind it, and I do like it, but anything else you want in the bag, you're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be too dark in there. It's going to be tough to get to the bottom of the bag. It's kind of a pain in the ass once this thing is rolled up. No matter how it's rolled up, which would be a great waterproofing feature, which is fantastic, but you're not going to be able to get into that bag, whether it's like this, or you packed it out properly and you actually used the strap that's down here, which goes into my other con. There are so many loose things on here. You could cinch stuff down pretty well, and you can mitigate some of that. You're not going to mitigate all of it. It is going to be a pain, and you're going to have a hard time finding the thing that you want, or at least I do. Like, for example, I want this thing all the time, and I want to cinch this down like this all the time, and I keep losing it all the time. The other thing that I found to be kind of a pain is actually packing it down. After weeks of use, this is how fast I could pack this thing out. One minute, 45 seconds. And even then, this is me just doing it quickly. This is not going to fit into this thing. The other thing is this little packable piece. I'm gonna lose it. Like, I'm definitely gonna lose it. I'm surprised I haven't lost it already. The instructions to actually how you actually pack out the bag are on this bag. Once it's gone, I'm not gonna know how to pack this thing down. So there it is. Now it's back in this little bag. And if I wanted it back in this pocket, so I have just normal jeans on, it is packable in like my jean pocket. Are those deal breakers though? No. I like this bag. I really like this bag. And I would recommend, if you are thinking about this bag, if you've been considering this bag, go for it. I'm looking at the website right now and I'm looking at how much this thing costs. Currently, I bought this on sale for $70. And for $70, no brainer. For $100 right now, it does the job that it sets out to do. And if you read the website, if you see the reviews and you're like, I really like that bag and it's doing everything I want, I think it's worth the money. If you watched this far in the video, thank you for watching. We are currently at, I believe, 235 subscribers. We're currently on the road to 300 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and left productive feedback. And thank you to everyone who's left maybe less than productive feedback. Thank you for being alive. I will see you in the next one. Peace.